Hey, welcome back, module number 8. My goodness, this is next level stuff. You ready for this? CPA, traffic, media, we're gonna talk about it, excited. This is definitely not your typical 101 stuff. This is not for beginners, okay? This is next level advanced material. This is definitely level 2 traffic. I'm gonna walk you through this. This is where you go to absolutely blow up your business. This is where you can go and just, you can do some ridiculous stuff here. Let's go ahead and dive into this. This is going to be a lot of fun here. What I'm going to do is I will talk to you about a strategy that I implemented in my business, how I go about doing it, some of the things that I would highly recommend that you focus on when you deploy this strategy. But again, I'm going to say this is not for beginners. If you're just getting started, do not do this. This is for your scaling up. You remember in module 1 we talked about different levels of traffic, right? There was level 1, level 2, level 3. This is level 2 stuff. This is where you really go to create a lot of leverage. This is where you really go for expansion for your traffic. Because with this kind of thing, what I'm going to show you here, let's see, this is where we are, module number 8, right? CPA traffic media. Make it a little bit bigger here for you. All right, so this is how, imagine, right, being able to get an army of super affiliates to send you, 10,000, 15, 20, 50,000, 100,000, 500,000, a million visitors a day, a week, a month. What do you want? Like, what do you want? How big do you want, right? So before you start deploying this kind of a traffic method, for me, what I would advise you to do is you definitely want to make sure you have a winning offer. Make sure that you know what you're doing, all right? When you go to some of these networks, they can, this is, this could be the difference, this one thing can literally take your business from like 50,000 a month to 500,000 a month, just like that. Okay, let me show you how this works. I'm going to show you some networks here. I will not give you a tactical on this one, because when you're dealing with CPA networks, this is the kind of a traffic strategy that will be more on a custom level setup. Okay, depending what you need, what you're looking for. Let me give you what's kind of the landscaping of this particular strategy. Okay, this is very, very, very powerful, very stealthy. It can absolutely help you dominate. It can help you make as much money as you can imagine, as you want. Okay, this can be your cash machine, but only if you know what you're doing. Okay, so check this out. Let this cloud right here, okay, let this represent networks. Okay, we'd say CPA network. Now, there are a lot of different CPA networks out there, and what I'll do is in the next video, video below this one, we're going to take a look at some of them. I think some of the most popular ones, some of them, I'm going to show you the ones that I recommend you check out, okay, at the very least, when you're ready for it. Okay, so let's talk about a particular network that you would go to, okay, a CPA network. Now, these networks, okay, they have advertisers, which would be people like myself, for example, if I wanted to put my offer on this network, right? So if I have an offer, I say, you know what, guys, here's an offer. I want you guys to push it through your network. And they also have affiliates, okay? Some networks call them advertisers, publishers. Some networks call them affiliates and advertisers. So just for the simplicity's sake of it, right, we'll say affiliates are people that are promoting, right, stuff, and they get paid. Network kind of facilitates the whole thing, okay? And the network gets their cut, but they have offers, and you can be. People promote pretty much. You go to a CPA network. By the way, what CPA stands for? It's cost per action. Okay, so action can be a lead, it can be a sale, it can be a trial, sign up. It can be, you name it. It can be anything you want. So, there are people promoting anything from, oh my goodness, solar offers, to, I know Apple, big giant companies like Apple Computers, they promote a lot of stuff on CPA networks. Insurance companies, medical, pharmaceutical companies promote, their stuff on CPA networks. Roofing companies generate leads on, I've seen some of those offers as well. Definitely information marketers, guys like myself, we can go out there, teeth whitening, dental, you name it. Subscription models, trials, dollar trials, $5 trials, low ticket entry point, items, that kind of stuff. So pretty much anything you can think of. Literally, virtually, okay, as long as it's legal. I gotta say that disclaimer. But you can go to a CPA network and you can pretty much promote it there, okay? Now, there is going to be all these different, niches, different genres, right? There are different products in. So I can go there and I can say, you know what? I want a particular action, okay? So what would be my action? So if I have a product, well, typically what we teach here is what, right? Is you are doing what? In our business, me as an entrepreneur, inner entrepreneur, my goal is to get people to my world, right? I want to bring people from outside world, bring them into my into my world, and then I go to market. I go to build my connection with them, and this is where I shine, right? This is where my personality comes into the picture. This is where your personality comes into the picture. This is where you want to do whatever you want to do. Hopefully, build your business long term, like we talked about. And if obviously, if you're a member of the 4%, you know how we roll here, right? So it's all about building you for long term. So this is just a strategy for you to tap into massive amounts of people. Now, the coolest part is when it comes to traffic, right? I can set this up in a way that I don't pay for traffic. Okay, let me explain to you how this might work. Okay, I'll give you, there's different scenarios. I'm going to explain it to you, make sure that you understand this. But here's scenario number one. So what I do is you got this landing page over here, right? So this is where you want people to opt in to. Okay, this is where you want people to, this is your landing page. Again, we talk about it all the time. This is your little opt-in over here, okay? So typically what we want is we want people to get on your list, okay? And they get on your list, that's good. Now, what I can do, all right, is I can go to a network. Again, you need to know your numbers. I'm gonna emphasize big, bold letters, red letters, this big, okay? I'm gonna say, do not do this if you don't know your numbers. You got to know your numbers. You got to be profitable. Like I don't want to, I don't want to advise you to do anything that can potentially backfire on you and you'd be like, well, Vic, you got me excited about CPA. Now, this can absolutely change your business, like just like that. Okay, it will require a little bit of investment, so you have to have a little bit of money to put in. Okay, because when you go to a network, first of all, they will not work. They will not even work with newbies. It takes a little bit of a process to get approved on a network. Okay, whether you're a publisher or even an affiliate, because these guys want to make sure that they have vetted affiliates and advertisers. Make sure that they know what they're doing. They don't want to deal with complete beginners, complete newbies who don't know what they're doing, or what it is all about. So I can go to, okay. By the way, this is why it's important for you to kind of get your feet wet and start experimenting with some of these other traffic sources we're talking about. And strategies. Build your business. If you're in a 4%, develop yourself as as that ultimate entrepreneur that you're looking to become. And you've got your boy Vic. Come on, right? We're gonna do it together. Of course, you're here to stay. You're here to grow. It's all about becoming great. It's about becoming irreplaceable, right? Knowing the game, knowing what you're doing. Anyway, got a little distracted there. So check it out. Here's your landing page. I can go to a network and I can say, you know what, guys? Here is my offer. Okay, here's my offer. I want to get your affiliates to promote, okay? Do whatever you want to do. I need to get an action. So you specify what's an action. So way number A is I can say, you know what? My action could be an opt-in, all right? I want to get a subscriber. And I'm going to pay you. I don't care how much traffic you need to drive to this page to get me those subscribers. I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars for every subscriber that gets on my list, okay? So, and I can go out there and I can say, you know what, I want 50,000 subscribers a month. I want 50,000 leads a day, all right? And I can specify it. Of course, I'm going to have to pay for them, but I'm paying for a specific result. Now, the cool thing about CPA networks is I can say, you know what, I can give them specifics. I can give them parameters, right? I can say, you know what, I want these subscribers to come from these specific traffic sources. So maybe I want email traffic, maybe I want search traffic, maybe I want pay-per-click traffic, right? Maybe I want display media traffic, and that's it, right? I don't want any of them like cost per view traffic, or visitors to my site. Which, by the way, we don't even talk about CPV traffic anymore here. We used to talk about it before when it was better, right? That's like if anybody asks you about people ask me about CPV traffic, cost per view. Don't bother with it. It's garbage. It's not effective anymore. It used to work a few years ago. Not anymore. Don't bother with it. So I can specify, like, if I don't want, right? If I don't want social media traffic to come over here, I can say, you know what? I don't want social media traffic. Or I can say, you know what? I only want email traffic. I only want search traffic. I only want organic traffic. You know what I mean? I only want pay-per-click traffic or what. So you have, specifically where the traffic is coming from, so the traffic is good, right? So you have that ability with them. And so those affiliates will go out there on the internet and they will do the work for you, right? So they will generate the traffic, driving traffic to your, right, to your custom tracking link, okay? CTL will say custom tracking link. We talked about that in module number 1. Very, very important, because you need to you need to know where the traffic is coming from, how much traffic is coming in, right? Now, here's what the amateur would do. The amateur would be like, okay, I want to get 5,000 subscribers to my list per day. Okay, awesome, right? So these guys be like, shoot, you want 5,000 subscribers? Boom, we'll get it to you in a day. And they can get you 5,000 subscribers in hours. I mean, literally, it can be that quick. Because some of those networks I'm going to show you, they're huge, right? Now, if you don't know the game, you might get burned, okay? Because what I've seen some of these affiliates are doing, right? If you don't know what you're doing, they'll screw you over. And here's how. They'll say, you know what? We're going to go and we're going to activate this computer-generated little script and just send you a whole bunch of leads, all right, to your list. But they're going to be fake opt-ins. You got your end result, you got your actions, right? You got your leads, you paid for them. Let's say you paid $3.50, per lead, or $5 per lead, or whatever that case might be. You pay the network, affiliate gets paid, but if you don't know what you're doing, they can mess up your business big time, because you don't need leads. You need real people to opt into your site. So how do you go about that, right? Here's how you go about this. If you're going to deploy this strategy, here is the biggest tip I can tell you, okay? You don't need to pay. In fact, you don't pay the network when somebody opts in, okay? Here's what you do. What you do is you set up what's called a double opt-in. That means these guys drive traffic to your landing page, right? Through your custom tracking link. So you're tracking your clicks here, they get here, they opt in, okay? Instead of paying for every opt-in, what you're gonna do is you're gonna set up what's called a thank you page, okay? A page that they get redirected to after they opted in. And this thank you page is gonna say something like this. It's gonna say, thank you, okay? Check your email, okay? And confirm, or something like that, right? So basically, you're taking them through a double opt-in process. Nothing new. You probably heard about it, right? But it's very, very important that you do this and you implement this strategy for email actions, right? For email opt-ins. And here's what's going to happen. This visitor, okay, let's say this guy, okay, coming into your site, opted in, he's going to get here. Now, he needs to do another step. He needs to log into his email, okay, account. All right, he'll get an email from you, from your autoresponder, because your autoresponder is going to shoot him an email, right? And there's going to be a link that he'll need to click, says, hey, yes, I'm interested in getting this information, right? So he goes through a verification or a confirmation process. A robot cannot do that necessarily. Now, there might be some, with today's technology and everything, who knows what they might come up with, right? But for the most part, you see what I'm saying is I'm creating another hoop, a major hoop for somebody to jump through, because they have to physically log into their email address, okay? They have to click on this link, and then when they click on the link, then they get redirected to what's called whatever that money site is, or whatever else you redirect them after they have verified their email. And how these networks work, all right, is you place what's called a fire pixel, okay? An action fire pixel. So whenever the action is complete, when does that happen, right? So most amateurs, what they'll do is they'll just put a fire pixel here, or actually they won't even do this. They'll go straight from this page to this page, okay? And so you can get a whole bunch of fake opt-ins, and of course, when they verify their email, as soon as they verify their email, only then they'll be added to your list. So what you're doing is you're building a list of double opt-ins. See what I'm saying? This is huge. This is way more powerful, way better quality than a single opt-in. Now, when I go out there and advertise myself, I know what I'm doing, right? I'm not going to do any shenanigans to myself, so, I'm going to do things that, I'm in control. When you have other people driving traffic for you, and you're paying for leads, you're paying for results, this is the setup that I will do, okay? The only way I'm going to go about doing this is this way right here. This way I'm building a list, after somebody have clicked on the link in their email, verified them. So it's a real human being. It's not a robot. It's not some kind of a computer-generated script that's running for me getting those emails, right? And then when they confirm, they get added to your list. They get redirected here, and this is where the pixel fires, okay, for action. And so this whole process happens, right? And I can say, you know what? I'm gonna pay depending on the lead, depending on what you're promoting. The price might be, might vary. From network to network, depending on the offer. Again, I'm keeping it pretty generic here, so I don't want to confine this to just internet marketing or just to solar or whatever. You can apply this strategy to pretty much anything you're doing out there. Book, sign-ups. I kind of mentioned it, in the beginning of this video. You can pretty much sell anything you want, right? So, but so let's say if I'm going to pay, $5 per lead. See what I'm saying? $5 per lead. You need to know your numbers, because if I'm going to pay $5 per lead, okay? All right? $5 per lead, every time somebody gets on this list, how much every subscriber is worth here, okay? How much? So if I'm getting, on average, let's say if I got 100 subscribers, okay? Let's do the math here very, very quickly, okay? So this is, you just got to know your numbers. So get yourself a little color accumulator, right? And this is what I do, okay? Again, you don't just guess. This is not a guessing game here, my friend. Please don't guess this game, right? You need to know your numbers. But just for the hypothetical numbers here, let's say that for every 100 leads, let's say you're selling a product, you generate, I don't know, $500 a sale, okay? So let's say for every 100 leads you get to your list, that people end up on whatever product it is that you're selling, maybe your conversion rate is 5%, okay? So, 100 leads times 0.05, so approximately you're getting about 5 sales for every 100 leads. Again, hypothetical numbers, right? And let's say you're generating your commissions immediately. This is your immediate 24-hour conversion number, right? So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for my 24-hour conversion. Okay, 24-hour conversion. I'm looking for my, I'm going to go for 48 hours conversion. All right, I'm going to go for 7 days. I'm going to go for 30 days. All right, and I'm going to go for probably lifetime value, okay? So this is customer value or lead value, you can say, right? So check it out. 5 sales for every 100 leads times, okay? Let's say whatever your commission is that you're earning, that you're net, right? Well, not net after expenses, but net revenue, right? Let's say $500. So you would earn about $2,500, okay? $2,500 approximately for every 100 leads. Does that make sense? So $2,500 divided by 100 leads, it's approximately $25 per lead. You follow me so far? See what I'm saying? So when I'm backtracking my numbers based on statistical data, okay? And I'm backtracking, I want to identify on average across hopefully hundreds of leads, okay, that you have tested with other stuff before, with other traffic sources, based on the offer that you're running, okay? Again, you don't go here to run your first offer. This is where you go to really scale your stuff, right? Make sense? So if I determined that my cost per lead for the first 24 hours, okay, at 5% conversion, that can vary depending on the product, okay, is, let's say it's $25 per lead, okay? If this is how much I'm earning on average here, okay, then I can play with numbers. See what I'm saying? Now, if I am getting this for every, immediately almost, virtually immediately, right, in the process, I can go to a network, and if I can get this lead for $5, guess what? It becomes an unlimited money machine for you. It's like a personal ATM. You just put $5 in, get $25 out. See what I'm saying? Is that awesome, right? You see what I'm saying there? So I can go out there, check this out. If I know my numbers, right, I can outspend my competition you got to have a converting offer. You got to know what you're doing, right? And again, if you're in the 4%, you're learning all this stuff, you're learning the game, you're understanding how this works. But I'm telling you, this is the importance. I keep harping about, building yourself and building your own custom wrapper and understanding your business, building your business, become you, right? Because your business is a mirror, or your business is a mirror reflection of you, really. So the more you grow, the more skillful you become as an entrepreneur, the more you understand people, the more you understand marketing and what it is that you're doing, the more you understand your industry, the more you understand your company, the more you understand what it is that you're doing and why should anybody care about you. See what I'm saying? You become more valuable to these guys. And the whole name of the game here is to outcool your competition with your list or to your list. Because if somebody's on your list, chances are these same people are probably on other people's list as well. So it's not just a one-sided coin here. See what I'm saying? This is a much deeper game than most people think. This person right here, okay, this guy that ended up on your list, he's probably on other marketers' lists as well. And everybody's trying to compete for his attention. So what we're talking about here is you really standing head and shoulders above the rest of the competition, not necessarily through the marketing concepts or tactics or whatever, because that's what everybody wants to know. Is like, what's the tactic? What's the latest and greatest? Which button do I click? Forget that garbage, man. That's garbage. That's what everybody wants. You need to be smarter. You need to understand what you're doing. You need to understand how do you outcool, how do you win this guy's attention? How do you win his loyalty? How do you win his respect? How do you win his admiration? How do you get him to look at you and be waiting for your email? Why? Because this might go from $25 for the first 24-hour conversion, right? Maybe 7 days later, or maybe 30 days later, he realizes that you're different. Guess what? He pays more attention to you. He buys more from you. He connects with you on a level that's beyond the product or beyond the company that you're promoting. You see what I'm saying? So this might go from $25 to $250 over 30 days. You see what I'm saying? Do you see the power of this thing? Right? So what we're doing here in the 4%, if you're a member of the 4%, if you're going through the challenge, if you're going through the mass promotion engineering product, if you're engaging in our training, what we're teaching you the whole model here is beyond just marketing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time for you to stand out. This is the time for you to shine. This is your time for you to really put your stake in the ground and say, you know what, I'm going to be different. And the way you become different is you get greater awareness, right? You elevate yourself through the awareness, right? And that's how you win. Okay, so what I'm showing you here is I'm showing you the strategy. I'm showing you the approach to the strategy, right? How do you win? Because here's what you can do. Okay, this is just one of the strategies. Okay, what you can do is you can say, you know what? I'm going to pay for every trial. Okay, you're going to pay more. Okay, but you got to understand your numbers. Once you start playing this game, then you can go to a network. You can negotiate. If you, let's say, if you, even in this example, again, hypothetical example, right? If you could put in $5 and, for example, you get $25 back, depending on what you promote. Again, so what you promote is going to matter, right? So if you're promoting a product that pays you $2 or whatever, and there is no back end, there is no, like what we teach here in 4%, if you're a member of the 4%, obviously, we teach multiple streams of income, right? So when you get this guy on your list or when he purchases the product, hopefully, okay, you have a model, okay? Hopefully you have a model that goes like this, okay? Multiple streams of symbiotic supplemental income, okay? So even though he might purchase one, you might earn $25 just from the offer number one or whatever the case might be, but then over time, maybe 30 days, right? If you're in 4%, if you're a promotional partner, you see exactly what we're talking about because we have these additional supplemental multiple streams of income. So every lead or every customer, okay, could be worth to you a lot more dollars. And what we have here in the 4% is obviously we incorporate a lot of the recurring residual monthly revenue structure right here and systems and stuff like that. So that customer, by teaching him what he wants to achieve at the end of the day, right, the way we structure things is we create multiple streams of income for promotional partners, right? So if you're a promotional partner with us and you're promoting 4% products, You know, if you're promoting the challenge, for example, you know how the game works. It is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So really, the game becomes, you know, the tables turn and you become the spotlight. So how big do you want your business to grow, right? You might start small. You might be somebody who's just like, I'm so intimidated. I don't understand this thing. This looks so cool. Do you have that feeling? Right? Tell me in the comments below right now. Do you have that feeling like you can see conceptually how you could do this, right? But when it comes to action, you're like, I don't know, you know, like you feel a little, you know, maybe a little intimidated. It's okay. Look, take one step at a time. You can certainly build up. This should be your goal. Okay, is build up to this level. This is level 2. Okay, we haven't even talked about level 3 type stuff, because level 3 type stuff you can incorporate all the above, and I mean this is where you become truly free. You know what I mean? You never ever worry about stuff. So again, hopefully by now you're starting to see that traffic generation is not the only thing you need to understand. Like that's why I don't want to teach you, okay, click here or click this button or go to this network and here's how to order traffic. That's shallow, man. That's shallow. What I'm trying to get across to you here is something that's much deeper, something that's invisible, something that's you know, a substance that will really move the landscaping of your entire business, you know, on the foundational level. See what I'm saying? It's very, very important. Amateurs, they want tactics. Amateurs want, you know, hey, show me where to click, which button to click. That's shallow, man. You can go to YouTube, you can figure that out. I'm trying to get you to think on a broader scale. I'm trying to get you to think like a business owner, okay? I'm going to teach you how to do that. All right, so hopefully this makes sense to you. This is how the CPA you know, model works. Incredible. Again, this is more for advanced. This is for scaling. This is where you go to scale. You know your numbers. You come to this, you know, to a CPA network. You can do one. You can do multiple. You can command success on demand. All right. So what I'm going to do is in the next video below this one here, I'm going to show you some of the major networks, some of the networks that you know, that I play with, and you know, we'll talk about them, and you know, you can go check them out. Again, if you're brand new, don't go there. But once you start scaling your business, definitely something for you to check out. All right, I'll see you in the next video.